In this playground of a city, autonomy is key. I switch on my feet and walk because nobody has control over me. I am free. Motion is woven into my destiny. My creativity is part of my complexity. To be who I want to be, so move how you want to move. Move your way.
Hi, I'm Maria, a journalist from Berlin, and I was looking into the idea of what it really means to move your own way. In places like a big city, you want everybody to be able to move their own way, right? But what does that really mean? That's what I want to find out.
Tackling a topic like this means to really start at the basics. And sometimes that is the hardest part because it means that we have to keep things simple. And that is the same thing in gaming. And Riyad, you as a game designer, tell me something about game design and why is simplicity so important in that?
The gameplay experience needs to be as straightforward as possible. It cannot be too complex or too simple, otherwise it's either overwhelming or too boring.
And how do you find that perfect balance between complexity and simplicity in game design?
When you aim for that sweet spot in between, I feel you get into a flow state, and that's my goal as a game developer. So you don't have to think about it, you don't have to strain yourself, and that's what makes it fun, kind of to escape into a simpler, more straightforward world basically. And then it's the perfect flow.
How does that perfect flow feel for you when you play games?
I forget time, kinda. My mind stops wandering and stops thinking about other things because it's occupied with something in the game. That's when I experience flow.
Nice. Yeah, I know that feeling.
Flow is energy and simplicity combined in a way that we can't see. Rhythmic relationships at the grasp of our fingertips, the perfect ingredient for a masterpiece. Elements of this city influence our ability to be unique, to be passionate about our technique. Open your mind to spontaneity. Flow is the talent that you are yet to unlock. The perfect balance is just beyond that mental block.
Hi, Alex.
Maria, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Alex, you are head of design at BMW Motorrad, and I'm looking into the idea of flow. So please tell me about the preconditions of what it means to bring flow into a city.
I mean, if we look today into our, let's say, traffic environment, we have all these kind of things: streets, lanes, roads, inner city motorways, traffic lights, traffic signs, all these kind of stuff. This is what somehow influences us at the moment. And in these kind of circumstances, of course, we have to find our niche, our spot, to fall into a kind of flow, right?
But then how is transport not a means to an end? How does it help for this movement?
It has to give a certain inspiration to the user. And it's also somehow relating to your mindset as well, because you have to be in a mood of passion and joy. And if these kind of moments come together, these elements like passion, joy, seamlessness, playfulness, and inspiration, then you have a good chance to fall into a state of flow.
How can a new design help one to easily get into a flow?
The designer, in my personal opinion, is somehow depicting, all the needs, all the demands of a customer and translates that into a product. If things are made simpler and more seamless, and if they respect, the demands of the people and their environment, then I think you have the perfect ingredients, getting into a flow.
Hazal, you as a parkour athlete, you have different requirements coming into the flow, right?
Yeah, flow is really important for parkour. Like whatever we do, it has to be in a flow. And it's just the feeling of like your mind and your body just works together, and it's just the best feeling because you're in the moment. Because like you don't really think about the future, you're just literally thinking about your very next step in front of you. You're just in the moment and it feels good. It feels like you're in a flow state, you know what I mean?
Nice, totally, yes.
You kind of see your limits. It's not even your limits, like sometimes like you're not even aware of it, that you are capable of doing this, and then suddenly you're in a that flow state, and now you just did it so easily. It's just a different feeling, you know, like your mind is fully present with the moment and you don't really care what's going on around you. And I think when you experience that feeling, you just want more.
Flow isn't a fragment of your imagination. You can see beyond your limits. When mind and body become one, you are present in the perfect flow.
I heard so many different stories today about different people, different point of views about moving through a city. And everybody has the same goal, right? Just getting into the perfect flow.